Hello, everybody, and welcome to this fantastic Tuesday afternoon. We have round one of the Mid-South Conference playoffs. We have SSUB versus Bethel. We're ready to get going on this beautiful Tuesday evening. We have for SSUB, we have Breadloaf, Echo Force, and Flake. And for Bethel, we have Brezbox, MKTO, and Best Steph. This is round one, and excitingly, if SSUB or Bethel wins, they will be playing SSUA, the first seed, and they're respectively SSUB is seed 4 and Bethel seed 5. So we're in for a very exciting match today. We should be getting started shortly as people are getting into the lobbies, and I'm excited to cast. I am yours truly, Turtle Strike, as you can see on scene, and ready to cast the Smash Bros.
I grew up making games, so I wanted to make a career out of that. Shawnee being a small school is the thing that drew me to it. Shawnee is nationally ranked in the Princeton list for game design. A lot of the professors own their own businesses. That kind of prompted me to start my own business. I started a game studio. I don't think that would have been possible if the school were bigger, and Shawnee put that all together for me. I'm Dalton, and I invite you to discover Shawnee State University for yourself. Please visit discover.shawnee.edu.
Welcome back, everybody. We're getting right into this first one, and we have Echo Force starting off on Shawnee State's side, playing his Joker, and on Bethel, does look like, I think that should be MKTO, I think, on the Banjo and Kazooie. I think right now they're just getting used to their testing, like making sure that everything in the network is working correct. Check out lag test. So we will be getting started shortly, but we will be seeing an interesting matchup because if you've heard me in the past, because I've cast a couple Smash Bros games in my time, what ends up happening is I've only know basically up to Banjo and Kazooie, so it's good that it looks like no one is playing any character past that. So I should know most of the matchups and stuff going into this. Brave to get some hype commentary. They should just be getting straight back into it. Just make sure everything's going with connection, because when you're playing online, you want to just make sure everything's working fine, because worst thing, you go in and all of a sudden you just have a bunch of lag and no one can hit their combos, everyone's dropping stuff. That's never really a good thing when you're playing a game like Smash Bros, because gotta be nice, crisp, and get those like predictions and all that out of the way. Yeah, it does look like Echo Force is starting off on the Joker, and Joker, pretty strong start, has a very good character balance through most matchups, and Echo Force always performing on it. And once again, for you that may have joined a little bit late, this is the first round of the Mid-South Conference Playoffs. SSUB, seed number 4, is playing Bethel, seed number 5. SSU will be starting the players Bread Loaf. He normally ends up playing Roy. We have Echo Force that's on the Joker. Flake that is on the Terry. Then over on Bethel sides, we have Presbox that will be normally playing Belmont. And we have MKTO who normally plays Shulk, but I'm pretty sure he's the one playing the Banjo and Kazooie starting off. And then Best Steph is on that Falco. Interestingly enough, the winner of this will be facing SSUA, the number 1 seed. So there's a potential of getting a rematch of SSUA versus SSUB. We've seen it in the back. And it looks like we will be getting right back into that game, ready to go, as Joker with Echo Force is going to be unleashed. Now it looks like, knowing how this matchup knows, from my little knowledge, is Joker wants to keep him space, tackle on a little bit present, while Banjo-Kazooie wants to try to get in there. Doesn't look like he's just going with his normal spacing, try to find any of his openings, able to go get a nice throw into forward, get a nice Wonder Wing connected there. Does look like there is a bit of lag, but nothing these players haven't experienced in the past. Just spamming him out with a gun, attacking on the percentage. 3 Wonder Wings up, and we have that form out from the Joker. Now, with how Joker is playing, if the hit is right, Banjo-Kazooie is already in that kill threat range with him having it out. But it looks like Banjo is doing a very great job at holding that edge guard and keeping him out on the corner of the map, racking up that percent and wasting out the meter as much as possible. It does look like he is going to attack on the sprint, have the advantageous game state as he's trying to get back on the ledge. And just barely didn't space that out right. Gets back to ledge safely, but he has to get out of this disadvantage because he is at a range that Banjo-Kazooie, any of his hard-hitting moves will just take the first stock. see who can get this first. It does look that Widery. Ooh, good DI with the air dodge is going to save Echo Force on that Joker. He's got to be careful now because there is only one Wonderling left for Banjo and Kazooie, so he really just needs to get down on the ground and nice down, catches the get up. Now he has to just be a little bit careful here as they do. Bethel does take the first stock here in this game. Ooh, and he got Gimp there. That's very unfortunate. He got his jump Gimp. And now it does look like Bethel is going to take an early 2-0, but Joker is one of those characters that if he's able to get this stock off right here, 2 extra stocks is completely doable for this character. A beautiful read, gets in that F smash read, and now it's basically just down 1 stock, dead even game. But Joker with Arsene and all that is going to be able to make up that percentage. It does look like Banjo has a good combo going, tacking on 30% there. But you can see Echo Force in that camera. Nice, calm, collective. Knows what he needs to do to get back in this game. But Bethel is just not giving him space and time to do that as he's getting a lot of really nice combos in on here. They just have Arsene, and with a help here, does need to try to get some stacks on. Right now, he is in good bad state with his percent being so high, but if he's able to maybe bust out, maybe get 1 less stock, that's so much easier for his teammate. Because in this crew battle format, you don't always have to beat your opponent. Getting that 2 stocks off and putting them out 1 stock scenario for your teammate to come in, clean them up, is actually could in some situations be helpful. Let your teammate get used to the ping, get used to stuff before he has to fight that 3-on-3 match. So let's see if Echo Force can close out the stock, as he is getting the percent back up here. And just 1 good back air or 1 good meter into that Banjo-Kazooie could be enough to finish it off. Nice spacing here, just trying to keep him on the ledge, try to check him off because he knows his job. He just needs to get that last stock. And with the good DI, he is not going to get caught there. Banjo's looking to try to catch him. Back throw, and ooh, just barely doesn't get the stock, but he is in a good state here. He might be able to catch him out. It's not looking like he can be as they go back into center stage. See, ooh, and with a very good, perfect parry, Bethel closes out that first game, putting the score 8-7. Really unfortunate Echo Force getting Gimp there at like 5%, so he basically had to play that game from 2 stocks, but he did almost bring it back, putting the score at a 7-8 scenario. But now with it being, it is 6-8. Now let's see who SSU is going to want to put in here. From my knowledge with how things should be going, I feel like a good opportunity to bring in would be Flake's Terry, because I think it has a good matchup into the Banjo. And I think it's a little bit more flexible than the Roy Breadloaf has, because I feel like it just gives more options and Terry has more matchups, especially online. Terry is a menace, while Roy is a little bit more difficult to pilot because he has to space so well there. Looks like we got to get real back in there real quick. I personally think they're going to go with Flake and Terry, and I love seeing Terry because when the time I did play, oh, now that I think about it, I did play when Terry came out. So I guess I played a little bit longer than I originally thought. Terry I did play a lot with, and he has a lot of good combos and easy ways to gimp this Banjo or even take early stocks off of Banjo, and that's really a character you want to have when you need to come back and get these comeback stock scenarios, because when you do that, it does allow you to be able to bring back the game in a way, because right now they are down 2 stocks, but it's a completely doable comeback. He might lose 1 stock. That's what he's looking for. He's losing basically, you lose 1 stock for 2, go into the next game with 5-6, and that's going to be a beautiful starting point for SSUB to come on this comeback, because they are down at the moment. But we have to just see what ends up happening here, because with just how the state of crew battles works is that anything can happen. We've seen both times. We've seen SSU A and we've seen B sometimes go for that full 9 stock, or not even allowing their opponents to breathe, and one player taking all 9 stocks off an opponent. So it is possible here that Flake is the last person that ends up getting out there, and he just completely starts owning it and takes over. Or Brett Ove. I don't really know who's going to go in. I think it's going to be Flake on the Terry, though, just from what I can conceptualize about Smash Bros. I don't really know that much in depth. But with crew battles, it's really good to keep your cool, keep your calm, take out every stock, like play like your stock, you're on your last stock constantly. That way you're playing to the best of your ability, and you can make sure you can ride a comeback on, because that's the most important thing, is that you guys just take stock after stock. Now let's see. I can't see chat, see what the people are going. Just got some Go Bears in there. all that type of stuff. Everyone likes seeing the support. It's really beneficial too because especially and you get into a small early deficit like this, two stocks to losing three, is very dangerous to be in territory to be in when you have these 3-on-3 crew battles. Because normally with 4-on-4 you can play around a little bit more, you have more space to play, but in a shorter round in the 3v3, it's a lot harder to make up those deficits because you have so many less stocks to play with. And so looking at that, it's really good to see like it. I know all the players sometimes they have their phone out, they're concentrating, but they do see the game. It does look like we will be getting back in the game. And like I say, we have Flake coming in with that Terry to go into Banjo. Like I said, Terry is a terror online, and it's very easy for him to get nice and early stocks out with his combos, with his cancels, all that. Makes it very easy for him to get that out. Does look like oh, okay, just doing a little bit of test, make sure the connection's good. Looks like we're going to get right in it. Now, I'm just expecting Terry to just go straight in there, putting on the immense pressure onto this Banjo Kazooie, because he can really get spaced out by these pellets here. Banjo doing a very good job, drops the combo at the end there, but gets a good 20% tacked on. As you can see, Terry's just trying to get in there. He doesn't like to be spaced out because that's where Banjo can really succeed in this matchup, is with his longer range he has available to him. It does look like he's trying to get those cancels, try to find an combo, finds a good combo there, but Banjo falls out of it good for good DI on their behalf. Does look like he is off on the stage, and that's a very poor spot for him to be. Now he has off, just gets clipped by the Wonder Woman there. Now he's just trying to get those, but hey, but the thing with Terry though, once Terry gets to that 100%, he does get access to some combo moves that can tack on percent and even kill at extremely early. So it's honestly not that bad to get 100% in a situation like this, because one find with one of those moves and it's over. Right, that's right here, and it's dead just like that. Great combo, get his KO move off, and now Terry's in a very good spot actually to just maybe not even lose a single stock, because he knows his game plan. If he only loses one stock, that's an amazing place to rack this comeback. Does look like he is at that 142, so most of Banjo's the air dodge doesn't quite make it to ledge, and he closes out with the forward smash. We're back at very early percent zeros, but it is 5-7. Terry just knows, I just need to close out the stock, move on to the next opponent, keep it in a 5-6 range. It's very doable from there. And he already has the 67% tacked up on this Banjo. And Terry can look for those combos as he is moving in on here. He is getting spaced out a little bit, but he does have him on the edge there. Got them at 100%. Terry, this is in kill range for Terry as he gets a nice jab into the down B and he finishes off that game. Just like I said, just needed to take 2 stocks and at least only lose that one and have his team be in a good position for them to be able to come back. And right now, 5-6, only down a stock with Terry be on the field. Like we mentioned before, easily doable for him to be able to take out any of these stocks and just put us at any difference he needs to. Now, looking at the players that are left, at least I assume, because I'm pretty sure MKTO was on the Banjo there. Look, we have Best Steph, who can pull out Falco, or Presbox, who can pull out Belmont. And either of those characters are pretty good into Terry, from my knowledge, just because they have a lot of zoning tools, and they can really keep the Terry at a space and keep mid stage control as much as possible. Because Terry doesn't really like being on the sides; he likes having center stage control. He likes to be able to play around with a little space, get his combos in, get his jabs, look for his jab resets, all that type of thing. If I were to take a guess on who will be coming in here, I'm going to have to. I think you want to save Falco for last because he is a lighter character. Putting him to Terry, he could accidentally lose 1 to 2 stocks. But looking at the Belmont is also a little bit risky. If you know if you do the research and see that Brett Oaf does prefer to be on that Roy, I think you want to save the Falco for that Roy. So I think personally they will be putting in Presbox on the Belmont to try to space out this Terry. Maybe lose try to keep as many stocks as possible and try to take out the Terry. But as we see with Flake, he knew his job there. Go in. I just need to take 2 stocks out. If I lose one of mine, that's fine. 1 for 2 is not a bad trade. Being to 2 to 3, it's a very doable comeback. Already did the first step in order to do so, and he already knows he needs to do his job. He needs to get in there, close in on either Belmont or Falco. You don't want to give them the space to play with. He needs to be up close and personal. He did a really good job there, Banjo. A little bit rough start because I'm assuming it's because Banjo had the previous game. He got a little bit used to the lag or like the little bit of the frame difference or in the online ping, all that stuff. It does look like Bethel is actually, I guess Bethel just doesn't want to look, they just decided to change a bunch of characters going into this. It does look like it's actually a Pac-Man. But Pac-Man does have similar strengths. I did mention that Belmont and Falco do. They're able to keep Terry at a range. He's able to just sit there, spam projectiles, just in cold space. The Terry's looking safe. They get in close, keep him in away from center stage as much as possible, so he's able to control the game. But this is really good because, as Shawnee State know, we do have a Pac-Man player himself, Atlas. So Flake should have a lot of good practice against Atlas, so he should really know how to do this matchup very well. So he knows this because he probably plays this matchup every other day. So as you can already see, he's tacking on that percent, putting Pac-Man in a very dangerous spot on the ledge there. Also, Terry Thanes could find the kill here. It gets the down spike, the satisfying as he just goes straight into the bottom. Already taking back a stock, putting up to 2-2. He's up at 81 himself, so he has to be a little careful. Pac-Man can't find an F smash or anything that could put him into the blast zone. But it does look like he's taking nice and close, keeping him close, getting those combos, making sure he can rack up on as much percent as possible. Because if he's able to just get it to as high as possible, come back down, even if he does lose his stock, he can keep it and put it at a 4-4 scenario as it is 5-5. But he's already got Pac-Man at super high percent. So he's looking to actually just come in here and just take the lead here. If he can do that, it's very big for SSUB. As he's just going, he's trying to find anything he can. Now has access to those KO moves. One jab, one down tilt, or just finds the read. It's just not enough to kill that Pac-Man there. But as you can see, he knows his angles. He knows what he needs to do. Gets down there, trying to see if he can give the Pac-Man at all. But he does, and with that, with the dash attack, does take out and gets the first lead SSU has had in this game. Ooh, he just falls out of the jab combo there, not able to get off one of those KO moves. Does look like he's just got to get as much percent as possible here. Very great read there on the roll. He can put him into a tech scenario. Now he's very low, getting to 50%. This is very dangerous for Pac-Man because he could, depending on where he is on the stage, he could be in kill percent right here. Pac-Man's just trying to keep him out, try to not gain as much percent as possible, try to close out this spot and try to get it back even. Good parry and nice key snipe that puts it back to 4-4. One stock scenario for each, slight lead for SSU as they're going in. Ooh, he almost had the down air spike right there. Pac-Man's at 100%. Any little kill could kill him at this point. He is looking for that down air, and right now controlled by SSUB as he is just sitting here controlling, just trying to find anything to take the stock and get his team in the lead going into the final player for either side here. Get in there, ooh, throws that bit the wrong way, he's not able to connect. As you see, just fishing for whatever move right here, because most of the stuff that Terry has could kill from this percent. Pac-Man is not on the lighter side of characters at 147. Ooh, he drops the combo there by accident. That could have been a kill there. As watch the fire hydrant. Pac-Man trying to bring this back here from his high percent. The rage building up has Terry in disadvantage. Terry's in on now. Anything could be killed. He needs just to find one of those strong moves to connect. Puts him in with an F tilt, and he gets the read on the roll and closes out as Flake coming in beautifully with his Terry, taking 5 stocks off of his character. He's bringing this back for SSU, who was at that 2 stock early deficit, brings it back. Now he is up 4-3. Bethel putting in their last player. Not even going to try to guess who it is because Bethel was going completely off of what I was told that they played. So it could be anyone from Belmont, Shulk, Falco, or any other character as they head into this last game. Should be relatively quickly because as they are on their last player, there's not much deciding unless he needs to see what character he's going to pull out. But as I was talking about before with Terry, he's very good at just using his one stock and taking his stock. That's all he needs to do at this point. Already done above and beyond his job, taking out 5, doing a great job. All he needs to do, take out 1, leave Bread off to be able to come in with this final character and just be able to close out the game and giving him as much as lead as possible. Or who knows, maybe he comes in and just takes 8 stocks off of Bethel. We've seen it before. We've seen it from other teams in Mid-South. So really, it is up to him to see what he can do because he is in a very comfortable spot. He did his job, but this is where you see those good players and the strength of players is to be able to take the leads they build and able to push that forward. So we are going in to the game, and it does look like MKTO's Shulk is coming out for Bethel. So I guess I was wrong originally. MKTO was not in. But Shulk versus Terry, I would probably favor it a little bit to the Shulk side because sword characters are very painful for Terry to deal with. As we are on, oh, I forgot the name of the stage, but we don't really need to worry about that. It's 4-3. Terry just needs to try to find 1 stock here. Bethel's trying to make the 4-stock combat. He's trying to make sure he doesn't lose any of his stocks so he can go into that final game 3-3, a nice even match. And Flake is trying to make sure that does not happen. As he's already hacking on that percent, putting him into a very dangerous. Accidentally reverses the down B. Nice parry, but he's getting really spaced out by that Shulk sword. As he's trying to find a way in, see if he can find a connecting link. Because Shulk is on the lighter side as character, depending on what his form is. And as you see, Ari at 90%, he's already in a spot that Terry could find a kill if he's not in that shield form. As he is going to rack him up to 122. Shielding up, he's in shield now, so he's not going to have much knockback to be able to attack him out. But he is not going to die anytime soon. Now that is off. Any little thing from Terry can't find the kill here. Like, he's in a bad spot. Shulk could do this with a beautiful dodge around that F smash. He gets in and he does even above and beyond. Takes 6 stocks off of Bethel as he goes to move into this. Trying to get him out, and he already sees right again, putting on that percent, trying to see as much stocks he can get out as possible. Bethel putting in that, both of the players sending it the wrong direction as they're trying to get him. Bethel trying to get him off that ledge, finding the down smash, and he does just barely get the down smash out. But, like I was saying, all he had to do was get that 1 stock. Give SSU a lead for the Roy to come in and finish off the Shulk. Because now you know. You don't know if there's going to be another surprise character comes out. You know MKTO is in there and he is on his Shulk. You know what to expect. You have that stock lead. Very, very good gameplay by Flake to bring back that deficit of 2 stocks and even give a stock lead off as he hands the baton off, ready for that last game to come out. 3-2. SSUB is in a very good spot, but as we can see, Shulk does have those forms that he is able to get early kills out. Roy is on the heavier side of characters, so it could be a little bit difficult, but Roy is the opposite of what his sword character wants. He does have the ability to space out with the sword, but with Roy, you want to be hitting with that hill of the sword. You want to be hitting those sweet spots, be able to attack on that damage, attack on the percent, make sure you can get those kills out. But we've seen, we have a very good lead right now for the Bears. They have 3-2. Now, the things MKTO can do, he needs to try to keep his stock or his percent as low as possible on this first stock. He's got to make sure he stays basically under, I would say 70 to 80, and make sure to try to get that first stock off and be able to put himself in a position that he's not in a huge deficit. Because if he does come out and the Roy tacks on the pressure and takes the first stock before Shulk can take it, then he's got to pick up 2 stocks when he only has that 1 to play with, and that's a very hard deficit to go. He has to basically, if he does get in that scenario, reverse sweep the Roy. So, seeing how this plays out, Shulk needs to try to keep his percent. We got to be looking out for that. Keep his percent around 80% on that first stock and try to take out Roy's. Try to keep the game as possible. Roy, all he's got to do is do his game plan. He has a stock advantage to play. Treat every stock like it's the last stock scenario, and he should be fine. Just has to keep his nerves with him, and it would be very good as he goes because of the lead that Flake has built up for him. Quick sip of water because talking and talking for several minutes does take it out of you. It does look like we are ready to get in that last game. We have Brett Oaf coming in on the Roy. I love seeing Roy. Just hearing the noises as he hits the hilt of his blade is just so satisfying to hear. As you already see, Bethel running across the stage, running using the thing only Roy can do. As we're going in, and let's see as it goes in. A little bit of respect taunts to show in, and as we go in, Roy holding his space, but Shawnee wants to get all of it in there, breaking out the bubble, putting on that shield pressure. As both characters are swinging their swords, trying to keep each other in their space as best as possible. Nice find there, attacking on the percent. Nice counter, but it does look like it won't connect there, so not going to get the damage off. Roy trying to get in there. He does have the Shawnee in a very good spot. Nice reverse up B to get on that damage. Shawnee trying to see if he can find any combos here, and he does find one. He's going to try to carry him off the stage, but he went a little too far with that combo without having jump available. Now he's just taking his time on the Angel platform, try to regain as much as possible. He does get a nice smash, F tilt, takes the stock down 2-1. Both percents are even. Shulk has a very high hill to climb to try to bring his team back in the game. And Roy is just chilling, trying to get as much up as possible on his stock so he's able to just clean it out with that last one if he needs it. But he finds a nice down grab into up air. Try to see if he can find anything, just keeping the space. He knows he has to play calm and collected, and that it's on the Shulk to bring in the pressure. It's on NKT. Finds a nice jab, trying to get in on there. Nice F tilt, and the F tilt kills right there, and he didn't even give us time. He didn't even give us time to prepare the game. Nice, easy. See, get the high five from his coach there. He's like, listen, I saw he was just gonna go in normal get up, get that F tilt, and it's all over from there. Now, like I was saying earlier, this was seed 4 and 5. The next player, they will be playing SSUA. So the Bears will be colliding in the next round of Mid-South Conference playoffs. This was the first round. I'm Turtle Strike, and we'll see you all later.
I grew up making games, so I wanted to make a career out of that. Shawnee being a small school is the thing that drew me to it. Shawnee is nationally ranked in the Princeton list for game design. A lot of the professors own their own businesses. That kind of prompted me to start my own business. I started a game studio. I don't think that would have been possible if the school were bigger, and Shawnee put that all together for me. I'm Dalton, and I invite you to discover Shawnee State University for yourself. Please visit discover.shawnee.edu.
All right, I am Turtle Strike. I am here with Flake as they just took out Bethel Esports. He had a great comeback, taking back 2 stocks and even taking 6 of his own. Like, how does it feel coming off a game like that?
Feels pretty good. It's been frustrating for me recently because I've just been kind of in a character crisis. Like I came in playing Roy, and then with the rules in the I forget which league this is. We're in two different ones,
Mid
but
South Conference.
Mid South. In the Mid South, we're not allowed to have two of the same character. So obviously, I was gonna let Dustin be Dustin and just keep playing Roy. So I was playing Pyromether for the past, I mean, since I basically let Dustin have Roy, and then it feels weird online. So finally getting comfortable with a character that I enjoy playing is just it feels good.
Yeah, like you mentioned, online is such a different format to be playing because when you guys are practicing here at the school, you're on LAN,
Hmm.
don't have to worry about ping. It does look like we could tell from the stream there was a little bit of lag going on. So
A
you have
little bit, yeah, for
it's always
sure.
hard to get used to that. But so just what are the characters going around? Because I know Terry is especially a lot stronger online than he is on land because it's a lot easier for him to play the map. And what like made you go with the choice of picking Terry over the entire cast that's there?
Uh, Honestly, it's just more of who I find, who I have fun with. It's just find a character that I enjoy playing, and then just kind of roll with it.
Okay. Just and I did hear you are a senior, so this would be your last esports season.
Hmm.
Previously on Smite. How does it feel though? You are in Mid South Conference. You're in the first round of playoffs. You have a 2 round deficit, and you come in and how? What's your mindset when you're coming in with that 2 stock deficit? As you know, like you don't have much to play with, you have to try to bring it back.
The big mindset is to just try to take as much as I can. Like if I can minimize my damage as much and just take whatever I can get, I'll gladly do that every day. Like if I would have just took two off the where'd they go first?
First, it was Banjo and Kazooie.
Banjo. If I got the two off Banjo without losing one, or even if I lost one, it was still gonna be fine because I knew Terry's got a great comeback mechanic, and that as soon as I get low enough in that second match, I can take that and just snowball with it.
Yep, exactly, and that's what it's just because that's like always the thing when you're looking at these formats that are crew battles. When you do get that unfortunate situation that Joker does accidentally gets gimped at 5%, loses that stock, it's really hard to bring it back. And you did a great job. You come back, you take those 2 stocks, take 3, then you're down 1 stock to 3, you get another one. Like, what was the energy in the room when you pulled off the 6 stock and you basically gave Dustin a very great spot to be put in that last match?
I definitely had music full blast, so I could barely hear it, but I did hear a lot of pop-offs behind me, the excitement just going. And it felt really good because that first match was actually my first match I've actually just won.
Okay.
Other than that, I've straight up just lost every match I've played.
Oh, so you beat someone again, and then took another stock. So you
Yeah.
just had a pop off day. And
Oh yeah.
that's great to hear though, because it's just showing that the dedication and the time you're putting in wasn't for nothing. You're like, man, going in, you just have a nice pop off.
Mhm.
I mean, this being your senior season, and you are facing SSUA next week. Is there anything you want to say, or anything that's on your mind that you just want people that are listening in to hear?
Nothing in particular. I mean, really, just hope we can have some good games. Obviously, it's gonna be fun always playing the A team. I mean, they're just you can really tell the skill gap. But I mean, obviously, it's always a fun challenge just going up against them, trying to get better and better and see your improvement every day.
It's good to hear. So, nothing you want to say to anyone supporting? You good here?
I'm good.
All
And
right.
thank you to everyone. But
All
yeah.
right. Thanks everyone for watching. This was round 1 of Mid South Conference. Flake had a fantastic day. Fantastic day for all the Bears today. And we will see you later with the second round when both Bears are facing off against each other.